All right, I fixed it. Oh, what a crazy thing that was. It was crazy. Totally crazy. Crazy. All right, build my audience. Come on. All right, here we go. We're getting back on track. We're at 46. We're at 106. Come on, let's go. It's like an auctioneer. 106. I got 204. I got 204 now in the live. 307. I got 307. Can I have 500? 300. I have 476. Can I get to 600? 600. Looking for 700. We have now 700. We have 700. Can we get to 965? 965. Can we over 1,000? And we have over 1,000. Yeah, did I ever tell you that? I had an auctioneer's license when I was a young guy. That's how I started off in business. By I was working for a computer company, and I wanted to break out on my own. And so I held auctions. We'd auction off big lots of computer equipment. And so I had to get an auctioneer's license. Crazy stuff. So I was an auctioneer. Yeah, so I taught myself how to speak fast. I got $22. Can I have 35? 35 in the lovely lady in the red. I got 35 in the lovely lady in the red. I'm looking for 42. Sold! Yep, that's how it worked. It's pretty cool. That's how I launched my career as an auctioneer. It's funny, I forget about that. I don't even think I told my kids that story. I gotta tell that story to my kids. All right, so we are at a much smaller crowd here. Obviously, I had to jump off. It was my own fault because the whole rain thing is throwing me off here a little bit today. Notice I took the umbrella. Because last time I did the rain walk and talk, I fogged up. The microphone got all wet. You couldn't hear what I was saying. People were like, what are you saying? I'm saying it louder. And you still don't hear. So I'm walking in the rain. So I guess there's goods and bads about walking in the rain, because the bad thing is that I'm absolutely, I guess, nuts to be walking in the rain doing a walk and talk, but I'm dedicated. I love you. I know you expected me to come on here today, so I'm out there. The bad news is that I won't be able to see anybody. Won't be able to see anybody, say hello. But then again, nobody will be looking at me like I'm a freak. Guy at the umbrella, talking to his phone, walking. The dedication. Ha! All right, so you might notice the Trump hat. Of course, it's written backward to you because the phone gives everything backwards. Where are we at? 4.5. Oh, we're never going to get over to the number we were supposed to have because we had the delay. It doesn't matter. I've told you before. It doesn't matter if I have one person or 100,000 people. I will always give you the very best I have. I have a Trump hat on today, and that was sent to me as a gift. You guys are now sending me gifts. I get hats every day. For the next 3 days, I got new hats coming into me. This one is from Tim. Tim sent me no note. Tim sent me just a hat. Didn't put his last name on it, just said Tim. So Tim, thank you very much for the Trump 2016 hat. I wear it proudly. I voted for the man. Very happy I did. Little concerned about some of the things I'm seeing going on. We're going to talk about that. But overall, I think we're going to get through these bumps and everything's going to be okay. Hoping, praying, thinking. All right, so let's start off with a couple things, politics-wise, because that's how we always start on the show, right? We call it a show now. I got so much to tell you today. So many cool things happened to me in the last 24 hours. So, I talked to somebody, a good friend of mine. Hey, Liz. I called up. I had something to do with business, with something else. Called up. Liz answered the phone. It's a place I've been doing business with for a while. She's like, damn, Mel! I'm like, why are you so happy? She's like, I watch you every day. I was like, I didn't know. So we got into the whole talking that. She was telling me why it is that this is a successful thing. I don't know. I never asked anybody. She gave me all the details. So, Liz, I'm not going to jump in leaves today because they're going to be wet. But anyway, so for those of you who joined on, you knew, I discuss politics first, then I go into opinion, then I go into what I call wow, can't believe that's happening, and then I tell a story. So today's politics, we keep on sticking on this Romney-Trump thing. I'm so baffled by this, and I'm usually not baffled easy. I'm not baffled easy, but I'm baffled. Donald J. Trump, president-elect, is meeting tonight, with Mitt Romney. They're going out to dinner. What do you think Trump orders? I'm thinking Trump's like myself. He's going to order a steak. I order my steak rare plus. Rare plus, extra Worcestershire. Love it. New York strip. That's how I always go. Usually get a shrimp cocktail before. I'm thinking Trump is sort of the same. Difference between Trump and I is I order a scotch. He drinks water. That's good. I don't want my president drinking scotch. I'd have to, if I would ever run for president and win, which I think I will, I'm going to have to give up the scotch. Not a problem. I could give up anything. In fact, we're going to talk today later in the day here about giving up some fat food. I gotta lose some weight, man. I gotta lose some weight. How'd I get like this? Anyway, let's get into the juice. So he's meeting with Trump tonight for dinner. He's the only person other than Mitt Romney who's actually having a comeback. You know, like you come back a second time. And so Mitt Romney and Rudy Giuliani, those two are the only two that have had the comebacks. And so he's meeting with him tonight. So I figure it's going to be one of two different things. Either Donald J. Trump, president-elect, is going to let Romney down easy. Like, sorry, you know, I tried. It's just not working out between the two of us. Or he's going to be like, listen, I want to give you the Secretary of State thing. It's not going to be easy. There's going to be a backlash from people all over the world, all over the United States of America. Dennis Michael Lynch and his walk and talk supporters and fans, they may actually just start saying bad stuff about it. But we're going to do it, Mitt. And Mitt's going to say, okay, I haven't figured out what it is. I'm going to tell all world leaders about why it is I said you were scum and dirt and slime and con artist. But I'll come up with something because that's what politicians do. And so that's what we'll have to deal with that. I mean, that's going to be one of the most awaited highlights, headlines that will be in the next 24 hours. That, and I will come back and say that I have confidence, hopefully, I'm praying here, he's going to let him go easy. Maybe give him one of those things. Look, I'd just like you to be an advisor. I don't even know why we invited this guy into the pool to swim. This guy, you know, we should have just let the sharks eat shark bait. That's what he created himself into, shark bait. You know, why it is that Trump pulled this guy out of the waters that he threw himself in, I have no idea. But he did pick a really good guy today. Pick a guy named Congressman Price from Georgia to be Health and Human Services Director. And he is going to be phenomenal. Phenomenal with an F. Phenomenal. He's going to be great. This guy is so anti-Obamacare. And oh my goodness, do we need to get rid of that. We need to get rid of it. You know, I always tell you that one of the reasons why I know this stuff so well is because I live it. I'm one of those Obamacare victims, man. You know, look, nobody likes to pay for health insurance. It sucks. You know, who wants health insurance? Who wants to pay for health insurance? And every year, it's one of those things. It keeps on going up, and it goes up massively. But at least I had a program I liked. I mean, I could go to all the doctors. I liked my doctors. You know, you can imagine me being a doctor, right? I always tell the doctor, I'm like, listen, you know, make sure I'm okay. He says, all right, Dennis, I'll do whatever I can. You know, so I have a good relationship with my doctors. And I liked my insurance. My kids went to their doctors. Mary was happy with the pediatrician. We had this guy forever because I feel like I've had kids forever. But anyway, so we'd go to the people we liked. And then all of a sudden, boom, 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 got taken away from us. Obama, Barack Hussein Obama. He promised me that if I liked my doctor, I could keep my doctor. But he lied. Lied. Yeah, repeat that again. He lied to us. And so this guy, Price, he's gonna go in there like a bulldozer. And he's gonna knock the whole thing down, build it up again. I'm liking this guy. I like this guy part of the team. Well, you know what? I gotta tell you, I think so far, other than my buddy Jeff Sessions, I love Jeff Sessions. I think this is the best pick so far, this guy, other than Jeff Sessions. I mean, you could have put Jeff Sessions as Secretary of the Janitors, and he would have just been a phenomenal pick. But this guy here, I like this guy. You know, he's passionate, and he means it. You know, he really wants to repeal and replace. So that's a good thing. All right? Also, we're going to hear today, maybe during the walk and talk, or maybe a little bit after, we're going to hear about the Secretary of Transportation. We're going to hear about who a she is. Supposedly a she. We shall see. I don't like predicting these things and then being wrong. I don't like to be wrong. If I don't know for certain, I have no insight or inside information on that whatsoever. But I do want to go back in about something that you have been sending me tons, and I mean tons, I mean like tons of email about. And it's the whole, you want Trump to stop tweeting. You know? Stop. And there's a part of me that thinks that my buddy over at the Trump team, you know, sort of once in a while says, hey, you know, here's a good idea. And they get the ideas, obviously, from yours truly. And I'm not taking credit that I shouldn't take credit for. But I do know that my stuff gets passed on. For instance, like yesterday, one person going to look at me and say, weirdo. So yesterday, we talked about the American flag. Remember that? And I told you, enough already. These people have to go to jail. You burn a flag, go to jail. Do it again, you're screwed. You know, you're gonna get in there, we're gonna throw away the key. I started going down all the different things. What did Trump do today? Tweet it out. Burn the American flag, gotta go to jail. Maybe lose your citizenship. Gee, ironic. So that was the conversation, but maybe the conversation about the fact that we want him to stop tweeting is not getting to him. He's gotta stop the tweeting. As the rain. Let me tell you something, Moses. I'll be walking forever on the walk and talk. I wonder if Moses is a liberal. And so anyhow, we got tweets last night, this morning. In fact, my phone rang this morning. I'm like, who the hell is tweeting me at 6 o'clock in the morning? It was Donald J. Trump, president-elect. Woke me up. Donald J. Trump, I don't get to bed until 1 a.m. Working. Can't wake me up at 6. I gotta at least go to 6:50. Then what happens, we got this automatic dog bowl feeder. Now Mary bought it because, you know, they were all in there and the dog always wants to eat or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not getting up. And my kids are like, Dad, I'm watching the game. And Mary's like, I'm doing dinner. So like, somebody's gotta feed the dog. And it happens all day long. So Mary bought this automatic dog feeder from Amazon. And you can time it. You know, and the food comes out into the bowl and it makes the sound and the dog's like, and it goes over and it starts eating the food. So, you know, my son set the dog bowl, because my bedroom's on the first floor, more than you need to know. I'm on the first floor, because I'll tell you what, you try to get into my house, I'm gonna whack you. You're going down. So anyway, I'm on the first floor, and the dog bowl, that's my alarm clock every morning. When the dog food hits the bowl, the dog wakes up, and so does Daddy Lynch. And it's time for a brand new day. Gotta take every day head on, you know what I'm saying? Gotta take it head on. It's every day that we're here, we get a chance. It's a gift. I'm already talking about the loss of that gift, by the way. But I'm gonna wait till I get to the church. Got a little extra prayer today. Sad prayer. But, so we go back to the whole tweet thing. So here I am at 6:10. I'm like, what's the tweet? Secretary of State, Rudy Giuliani? And what's the tweet? Gonna start, you know, something about the Ohio terrorist, which we're going to talk about in 2 seconds because I'm at the corner and it means that it's time to turn the channel. And the tweet is another thing about CNN. Seriously, I know, ladies, I'm a little bit crazy. I'm talking in the rain. You'll get past it, though. You'll get over it. You should try it. Everybody should have their own walk and talk show. Try it. It's not hard. Just got to be able to hold the phone in your hand for an hour straight. A little bit of pain in the shoulder. We'll get to that at another time. But going back to the tweets, I'm like, okay, this is the fourth tweet about CNN. You know, why are we making CNN relevant? Who cares? You're the president-elect. Stick to the agenda. Gotta break them of this habit, man. Gotta break them of this habit. But I guess it's like, you know, I don't want to beat up on President-elect Donald J. Trump too bad. Because I really like him. In fact, I think I love him. In a presidential way. You know, I love him. You know, he worked really hard, man. He fought every day, tooth and nail. That's what we like. That's why we like him. He's a fighter. He's a fighter. Yeah, he's a little obnoxious once in a while, but he's a fighter. Americans love fighters, man. We love Rocky Balboas. Look a little bit like Rocky today with the hat on. But, so the tweets have to stop. He's diluting his presence. He is diluting everything. He's diluting his message. You know, one of the best 2-week spans, if you will, was right after he won the presidency. You remember that? We didn't hear from him. We didn't see him. I know that sounds bad. We didn't hear from him. We didn't see him. He wasn't tweeting. He wasn't doing anything. He was being the president, man. We knew he was working. We didn't know exactly what he was doing, but he said names like Jeff Sessions and Steve Bannon and Reince Priebus, and all was good. You know, we liked it. We liked it. We didn't have to hear the tweets. And now all of a sudden it's, you know, tweet about CNN and tweet about elections. And so you won, buddy. You won. It's over. Let these people lick their sores. It's over. You don't need to pour salt in the wound. You're the president. You know? I mean, what do I got to do? I got to go to Trump Tower and give this guy a lesson. I shouldn't have to do it. You know, when Mary and I have arguments, I don't know, maybe you have this in your own life. You know, I always like talking about the life stuff. It's more interesting to me. You know, like Mary and I have an argument. We had an argument today. Small one. We make up in 3 seconds. You know, she loves me, I love her. But we had an argument. And I was getting dressed for the walk and talk. I had to get out of my work clothes and had to get into my exercise clothes. And she's not going to walk in the rain. She's a lot smarter than I am. She's the brains of the house. And she says, you going on the walk and talk today, right? And I said, yeah. She goes, all right. So I was like, hun, I can't find any socks. You know, what's the story with the socks? You know, she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, there haven't been any clean socks. I'm wearing dirty socks. She's like, well, you know, I didn't know you're going to be doing a walk and talk every single day. I said, Mary, I come on, I walk every single day. Whether I'm walking or talking, it makes no difference. So I had no socks. I said, I got no time to be looking for socks. And then she said, well, you do your own socks. I said, all right, I will. I'll do my own socks. So I'm going to start doing my own socks. That was a fight. But anyway, I can't remember why I told you that. There's a good reason why. Oh, come on, Dennis. Train of thought. Get it back. Why was I telling you? Why was I telling you? Why was I telling you? Saying something about me having to go to explain. Oh. So when you're in a fight with somebody, right? So this morning, I'm sitting there and I'm yelling. I was yelling about socks, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a perfect human being. Especially when I'll take my perfect pills. And so I said to Mary, you know, where's the socks? I need the socks. I can't be sitting here. I got to walk and talk. I got to get the thing on the site. I got in the conference call. She's just sitting there looking at me. She doesn't say anything. She was in the right. She was in the right. Usually the person who doesn't argue that loud is usually in the right. The person who's doing all the screaming and yelling, they're the person in the wrong. So what Donald Trump has to do, in my humble, if that is such a thing, opinion, is that he needs to stop. You don't pour gas on the fire. You let it burn out. You ignore it. You know, and then that's the other way me and Mary fight sometimes. If we have a fight and she's wrong, I'll ignore her. I won't even talk. She'll be yelling at me. I won't respond. Because I know it kills her. It kills her. It kills her. And I just let her go on these rants. Donald J. Trump is starting to close over my eyes. Whew. My God. Forehead's getting wrinkly. What do you guys do for that? Send me an email. wetrustdml@gmail.com. Wrinkles on your forehead. And don't tell me to stay out of the sun. I love the beach. So, anyhow. Oh, I can hear the bells. Am I late? Why are the bells so early? I'm not that far down. Could be the rain. So, you know, I won't say anything. I think the best way for Donald J. Trump to address this is ignore it. Don't say CNN. Don't give them the extra ratings. Ignore them. Make them irrelevant. That's what you do. And that is all I have to say about that. But I will say something about Rudy Giuliani, which I think is very important, and it goes into our next segment here, which is about the Ohio psycho, Muslim, terrorist, refugee. Oh my God, the titles are so long. Rudy Giuliani needs to be the Secretary of State. I'll tell you why. Because, you know, you could talk about everything and everything. You know, these liberals, you know, they'll tell you that global warming is the biggest issue in the world. Not even close. Not even close. Do we look like we're warming up today? All right? I got 2 sweatshirts on, a hat, umbrella. We ain't warming up. All right? There's no global warming. There hasn't been any change. Well, I could go to a whole global warming thing for you. There hasn't been any real change in the past 17 years. We had a little heating up about 20 years ago, but it stopped. It's a false thing. It's a false thing. You know, everything's cyclical. Sometimes it's hotter, sometimes it's colder. Come on, you know? You think I'm not going to use hairspray? If I didn't use hairspray, my hair wouldn't look like this. Oh, man, now what do I do? My hands are all tied up. How do I put this back on? Programming error. Commercial break. No commercial breaks. Got to keep going. All right, hat is officially off. Now I am holding my Trump hat, my umbrella. Tough day today. Sorry about this if you're not liking the walk and talk. A little out of sorts. Leaves. How much you give me to jump in the wet leaves? Not for sale. You can never buy me. Remember I said that. So, anyhow, we move on to Rudy Giuliani. You know, so the biggest issue in the world right now, and it's going to be like this for quite some time, is Islamic terrorism, the growth of Islam, the impact on migration into countries that feel obligated to be taking these people who are fleeing their regions because President Barack Hussein Obama allowed JV team, also known as Islamic State, to metastasize, and for Al Qaeda to continue to grow, and for Russia to be more powerful than it was prior to his entry into the White House. You know, I mean, Obama, man, oh my God, has he got it all on his shoulders. But that's another conversation. So really, the biggest problem, I don't care what anybody tells you in your life, you listen to your friend DML, the biggest problem in the world when you take it globally is the spread of Islam and radicalization of it. Now people will say, you ready for this one? You've heard this before, this narrative. Not all Islamic people are bad. Not all Muslims are bad. No joke. Like I didn't know that. Like you didn't know that. Please, you're insulting me. But at least 25% believe the scary stuff that is known as Sharia law. And if you even go down below that, the real radicals, they'll say is like, oh, it's 1%. Okay, take the amount of billions of people in the world who are Muslim and do it times the 1%, 2% radicals, and you get people in a population that would fill the United States of America. So imagine that you walked around tomorrow, the United States of America, wherever you were. You could be in Dallas, you could be in Tucson, you could be in New York City, you could be in Spokane, Washington. Anywhere you go. Can you hear the bells? I'm late. That's crazy. You still hear the bells, right? Yeah. So, anyhow, imagine every person you see, every single one. Doesn't matter what they do, who they are, how tall, how short, how fat, how skinny. Man, woman, black, white, upside down, purple polka dot. Every single one of them thinks that you should have your head chopped off because you're an infidel. Yeah, that's how you do the math. DML teaching you another thing. Wow, DML, I never knew that. Yep, here you go. If you do the total amount of Muslims in the world, and you take that 1-2% that the argument is the total radicals, the total radicals, it comes out to the population of the United States of America. Yeah, every person in America wants your head chopped off. That's a good feeling, isn't it? And it's growing, it's metastasizing, and it is a poison. So, when you're picking a Secretary of State, who are you gonna say? Who are you gonna do? Huh? You're gonna pick a Secretary of State who called you a moron and a con artist, and who thinks he's, Mr. Perfect, Mr. Congeniality, who couldn't win a president. How many times that guy ran for president and couldn't win? I think we said we don't want him. How many times we gotta say the same thing? How many times? Rudy Giuliani, on the other hand, he cleaned up New York City. Rudy Giuliani, on the other hand, when they donated to New York after 9/11, one of these, hey, I gotta take a pause in the action here. A couple of days ago, I told you we had a family member who was dying, had 1-2 days left to live. Hold on, as I show you my nose hairs. Bells just stopped. I've been late today. I guess it's the rain. And we had a family member who was dying. Oh, thank you for the extra overtime bells. And she died. I called her Mrs. Cates. She was 80-something years old, and she's from Mary's family. And I will say, hands down, she was one of my favorite people. Every time for Christmas, every time for whatever. Lovely lady. Never, ever said a bad thing. And I know she liked me a lot. I go to Mary's party stuff. I've known them all my whole life. But I'm pretty quiet when I go to the things. I don't say much. Miss Cates, she'd always come over to me, talk to me. I'd ask her questions about what it used to be like back in the 30s and 40s and 50s. And she, I used to hear about all the stories. And she was one of those, make America great again people. And now she's up in heaven. And she feels no more pain from her cancer. She's pain-free. And she's looking down at me right now and be like, Dennis, you're gonna get a cold. That's what she said. You're gonna get a cold. I'll be all right, Mrs. Cates. I'll be all right. So now that I said my piece to Mrs. Cates, and I appreciate you taking the time to stay with me for that. Sorry for those of you who like me get to bullet point stuff, but family, love, God, country always comes before political talk and walk. And talking, we're walking. I'm in a good mood today. I like the rain. So we go back to that these people want to kill you. Rudy Giuliani, when the donations were coming in from all over the world for the 9/11 stuff, one of the, I can't remember who it was, maybe been the Saudis, somebody wound up sending, I'll get the real thing, but it doesn't matter. Somebody from the Middle East with ties to really bad people sent in a $10 million donation. Rudy Giuliani, return to sender. That's the kind of guy we want going around the world. Representing the United States of America, walking in with a big smile, shaking the hand, but clearly saying, I want to articulate to you what our president, Donald J. Trump, has to say. We want to be your friend. We want to help you. But if you screw with us in any matter whatsoever, you are going to regret it. That's what I want. Now, he doesn't have to say it like I just said it, although it'd be pretty effective. But that's what I want. I don't want Mr. Romney. Yeah, come on. Take your BS, man, and go back somewhere. But don't think for a second that you are going to be Secretary of State. We don't need fake plastic, man. Come on, Donald J. Trump. You can see I'm getting upset here. This guy doesn't represent us. Get out of there. All right. So anyway, we go into this Ohio thing. This is my opinion. My opinion is no more of this refugee garbage. I know too much about this. In fact, you know, we raised more money than I intended. I thought we'd get 250,000. We actually raised 270. And so my budget doesn't call for the extra $20,000, although I could absolutely use it. We're going to use it in new cameras, whatever. I said, where do I apply it? I came out with it, man. Came out with it. Can't give you dates. Don't know when it's going to be. But I think we're going to make They Come to America 4 the cost of refugees. I'll make a killer movie about that. Oh, goodness gracious. Although you're going to see a lot of stuff in the movies if you order them. The ones that I just did for the whole, you still get them on the website. They're up there. First thing. You'll see it when you get there. When you guys get these movies, which by the way, they started shipping today, you're just going to be like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe what I didn't know. Yep. Wait until you see what I give you. And so you're going to learn about how this refugee stuff actually works. And you're just going to be, you're going to be baffled like the rest of us. You're like, wait a second, why are we doing this? And you're probably asking yourself that question already. But then when I give you the information that you need to know, all right, this guy's almost going to spray on me. Thank you very much for not spraying me. Yeah. People are nice, by and large. They're nice, even if they're liberals. They're nice, around here anyway. So, anyway, let me tell you a couple of things. First and foremost, President Barack Hussein Obama, in this fiscal year, which has already started, okay? It's already started, the fiscal year's already started, is aiming for 110,000. Did you say $110,000? No, I said 110,000 people. He is aiming for 110,000 refugees to come into your country. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, and at some point I'm gonna figure out how to take the 3 things in my hand and get out the list so I could read to you where they're going. Your city may be on the list. And you're like, wait a second, I don't want this. Yeah, no, you're getting it, you're getting it. You know, 10,000 people every month coming in, processing them. Now you tell me how this works. How does a system, an immigration system that is stretched, how does an FBI that is stretched, how does a State Department, which is totally upside down, how are they vetting these people? How are they vetting these people? Gee, well, let's see. Why don't we ask Abdul in Ohio, who just took his car because ISIS told him to, and tried to run down people. And then when that didn't work, he ripped out a butcher's knife and tried to kill people. Yeah, multiple people. Why did he do that? Our lame system, our politically correct losers won't call it a terror attack yet. They got to investigate. What's there to investigate, man? Seriously, if it looks like rain and it feels like rain and it sounds like rain, it's rain. Yeah, why do we still have to investigate? Why are we delaying? Why aren't we saying this was a terror attack? Because if we say it was a terror attack, what happens is people's eyes go, and they're on alert. They're looking around them. They're saying, wait a second, how did this happen? How did we miss this? I'll tell you how we missed it. I'll tell you how we missed it. This guy in August, this 18-year-old refugee from Somalia. Somalia makes South Chicago look like Disneyland, okay? Yeah, we did that last night if you want to check it out. I can't give you all the stats because obviously I can only put so many things in my mind at one time. But I called up one of my writers. I said, listen, you know, the media, even Fox, they're all going to keep on telling the same thing. We're going to give some different information. Go right now over to, go to the State Department and see what kind of information they have on how screwed up Somalia is. So my writer, Ike, goes over and he starts checking it out, come back to me, he's like, DML, why are we taking in people from Somalia? This place is a hellhole. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Or should I say thank you very little? Yep, there we go. There we go. DML's right again. I wish I wasn't right. I wish I was wrong on these things. And he's like, this is horrible. This is horrible. Sure it is. Sure it is. They got things over there. They're like, hey, listen, Americans, you can't go to Somalia. They're going to cut your head off. There's no police. There are no roads. Kidnappings all the time. Government's corrupt. You know, if you get over there and you get sick, they got no medicines for you. I mean, the place is a toilet bowl. And yet, we're taking people in. You ready for this one? Here we go. We have taken in almost 100,000 Somalians since 9/11. Maybe I should turn the phone back upside down like we started before, because America is upside down. Is it not? Who does that? Who does that? Hey, 9/11, we just lost 3,000 people. Islamic terrorists just crashed planes into the World Trade Center. What do you think we should do? Take in more people? And specifically Muslim people? Now, DML, you're being racist. You're being Islamic phobic, or whatever they call it. No, 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 no. I'm just using my common sense education. Yeah, I got it for free. Free. You should try it. You should try it. You know, but no, you people spend $200,000 on some liberal college, which is telling you, you know, we got to open our arms to Islam, and we got to open our arms to people from Somalia and from Iraq and Syria. Oh yeah, which by the way, I forgot to tell you, those 110,000 people that Obama's looking to take in this year, where are they coming from? I'm sorry? Did you say Tahiti? Did you say Australia? Say that one more time. No, you missed. They're coming in from Iraq, Syria, Burma, and Somalia. So, translation: bad, worse, horrible, oh my God. Those are the names of the countries. Yep, that's where we're taking them in from. Yeah, because that's what we need right now. That's what we need, yeah. Yeah, because that's what you wanted. That's what you wanted. You said, you know what we don't have? You looked around your neighborhood. You said, all right, you know, we're good on the trees. Bushes could use a little bit. You know what we're missing? What are we missing, honey? We don't have enough refugees. We need more refugees. Let's write to the government and say, we need 110,000 next year. No, you didn't write that letter. You did not write that letter. See, now, if God didn't agree with me, he would strike some lightning right now on the umbrella. And I'd be like, Yeah. Now, you know that 8 years from now, when I run for Commander-in-Chief, CNN's going to play that video clip all the time. Yep, that's what they're going to play. They'll be like, wait, we going to elect this guy? Yep, going to elect him. Oh, yeah, I'd win a landslide. Landslide. Yep, although maybe I'm wrong, because by 8 years right now, if President Donald J. Trump keeps focusing on his Twitter instead of the stuff that he's supposed to do, we may wind up taking in 10 million of these people, and they'll never vote for me. Or maybe they will. Maybe I'll convert. Maybe I'll convert, and I'll do the whole Dennis, middle name, something or other you can't pronounce, Lynch, throw everybody off. I'll give you the little wink, and then once I get in there, I unrobe and be like, haha, I'm really Dennis Michael Lynch, and you are going home. Yep, we could do that. That's a plan. Though I don't like lying, that'd be lying, but I think you'd forgive me for that, right? Yeah, little covert operation. So we've taken in 100,000 Somalians since 9/11, and I can't for the life of me understand why. Why did we need Abdul? Why did we need this boy? Why did we need the boy that, oh, by the way, we missed? Because in August, he sat down with the school paper and said, America hates Muslims. You know, the media hates Muslims. I got no place to pray. Really? Really? Did you put down your prayer rug? And did some white guy who looks like me come over and be like, get that rug up, man, now, or else I'm going to kick your butt? Nobody does that. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. But that's what they want to say, because they need an excuse, so this way they can take out a knife and be Allah, Allah, Allah. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. Yeah, I get passionate about this, man. I get passionate about this. If I don't get passionate about this, I'll yell, scream, and, you know, I need to use a little bit of humor. Although nothing is funny about this, I need to use a little bit of humor. Because if I don't use humor, if I don't wash away my anger with humor, I'll be cursing into the phone. You guys will hang up. I saw 9/11, you know? I stood at the bottom of the towers like this and looked up and watched as my fellow Americans, black, polka-dotted, Latino, female, male, young, old, all of them, jumped out of towers because that was the lesser of two evils. I don't want these people in my country. I don't want you to be the next person who's got to say, why did this happen to me? And here's the problem, because you never think it's going to happen to you. I mean, you know me by now. You know, I think I'm made of steel, although I know I'm not. But I still recognize the fact that at any given time, something bad can happen to me. You start ignoring that and think it's always going to happen to the other guy, it's when it happens to you. You know? But Barack Hussein Obama, it's not going to happen to his kids, because his kids got more detail, you know, more security around them than Lord knows who. You know? I mean, these people are better protected than the Pope. President Barack Hussein Obama, you think he's got to worry about any of this stuff? He doesn't have to worry about this stuff. He wanted to fundamentally transform America, and he's knocking it out of the ballpark. But Donald J. Trump, president-elect, that's why you need Rudy Giuliani as the Secretary of State. So this way he can take care of this stuff for us. We know we could sleep easy, because I'm pretty certain it's during the day when it's at night here in America. Over in the Middle East, he's over there, he's talking to somebody or another. You know, and he's like, hey, listen, I'm telling you straight out. Stop with the BS. You better start cracking down on all these terrorists that you guys are harboring. If you don't do it, we're just going to cut you off. It's that easy. We're America. We're the United States of America. We do not need you. You understand us? You need us more than we need you. And if you can't get your hands around that, get out of Dodge. That's how it's going to work. That's how it's going to work. Now, at the same time, we'd rather kiss you than fight you. So how can we work together? What can we do? What can we try to do to help you help you? But, oh, by the way, we're going to be helping ourselves for a little while, so I can only do a little bit. Not the crazy stuff we've been doing, like sending you money for free. Just sending you money, and then you vote against me on the UN. And then after that, you turn around, you harbor terrorists who want to come over here and chop the American heads off. Oh, by the way, side note to self, hero in Ohio. That's a hero. Guy been on the force for 2 years, takes out his gun, boom, 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 boom. Done. Abdul, done. Right? So this guy he sent warnings, had him on Facebook. Facebook's putting up messages. Can't remember it exactly because my cheat sheet is actually I have my paper in my arm. I don't know how I'm going to get out. I have to use my teeth. My Trump hat's kind of, you know, I'm going to take a pit stop here for the tree for a second. We need to readjust. Let's see. All right, phone can't get wet. Here we go. I've got to put the hat back on. Oh my God, my hair. I haven't showered yet today. Yeah, it was one of those days. I couldn't find the socks. Busy right away. Donald Trump, president-elect, man I love actually. Waking me up at 6 o'clock with tweets about CNN. Like, what the hell's going on here? Before you know it, daughter's asking me if I could read her a book before she goes to school. Yeah, I had to do that, you know? And then all of a sudden, before you know it, I'm like, wait, it's walk and talk time. I haven't showered yet. Yeah, I actually smell today. Yeah. All right, here we go. My God, I look horrible. You don't care, right? To be like, DML, we don't care, man. We don't care. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. Used to go into Newsmax all the time. Lovely girl there. Lovely girl. Boy, do I miss her. She was such a nice girl. Oh, and by the way, she's black. Yeah, oh, Dennis, you say nice things about black people? Yeah, I say nice things about black people all the time. But nobody wants to say that. They just want to say racist. Yeah, oh, boy, do I miss her. She was so cool. She used to make my makeup. She'd spin it out and I'd have my own makeup. Doesn't that sound crazy that I'm talking about having my own makeup? Yeah, so everybody else would go in there, Dick Morris, you know, whoever, Governor Kasich, what a clown, right? And, you know, these other guys who were running their shows, everybody else, they all sharing the same makeup. Not yours truly, my darling over there. And I'm not going to say her name because I don't know if she wants me to say her name or not. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful black woman. Beautiful on the outside, beautiful in the inside. And I only say black woman, so this way I'm identifying what she is in terms of race, because I'm a white guy, she's a black girl. My favorite person at Newsmax. Yep. And she made my own makeup. It used to say DML on it. She had a perfect mix. Because I used to tell her, we used to go in there, it would be a funny joke every day. I'd be like, all right, she's like, DML, you ready for your makeup? I'm like, yep, what's the rule? And she said, thinner, younger, tanner. That's what it was. Thinner, younger, tanner. And that's what she made this concoction. And I always looked thinner, younger, and tanner. So, you're so vain. You probably think the show is about you. You're so vain. Nah, doesn't work. So anyway, yeah, so I didn't like getting the makeup thing done. She did that for me. That was nice. But I love not having the makeup thing. I like you seeing all my blemishes. Because you wanna know why? You got them too. Yeah. So, where are we going? We were talking about this Islamic guy. So let me get into some nitty gritty here. Let me give you some detail stuff. I might be going on too much of my own little stories here. So you'd be like, DML, how is it that we took this guy and we vetted this guy, right? I say, yes, we did. And you say, all right, so we vetted him And yet he radicalized. Yes, he did. He's probably radicalized before he came. But, you know, it's like me telling people 10 years from now that my, you know, I've changed my love of God to somebody else. Little head fake, head fake, head fake. You know, so anyway, and you're like, I don't get it. He told the school that he was having, you know, like, you know, the alarm bells were there. You know, he's telling the school that media hate Muslims and he can't pray. And, you know, he's showing all this disgusting stuff towards America. He's not happy. Then he's on Facebook saying crazy stuff like, America, leave the world alone. Stop, you know, we're strong, we're strong. I mean, that's the stuff he's written. Like I said, I have it on a note in my shirt, but I don't think you need it. You know, it was bad stuff. Why aren't we picking this off? Why aren't we picking this off before this guy gets into his car and tries to hurt people? Why aren't we doing that? I mean, what would have happened if that cop, who, by the way, the Ohio guy that was there, you know, if he was there because he was addressing another problem. I think it was some kind of gas leak or something or another. And I mean, if he wasn't there, we'd have dead people maybe, right? So, and he's following ISIS. ISIS just 2 weeks ago in their magazine said, hey, best way to kill these Americans, take a car, take a knife, run them over. By the way, I didn't see any headlines today for banning cars or banning knives, did you? But I did see the headlines about guns. Who told you that was going to happen yesterday? Who told you? Who told you? Where's all the thumbs up? Come on, give me some love. Because you know your oh, your connection is weak. How can my connection be weak? I'm here all the time. Maybe I should walk the other way. Maybe I'll walk the other way. Connection's getting weak. All right, you know what? I might not be able to take this block anymore. Huh, this may be the spinning poison block. So now I have to walk longer. Oh, I'm losing people. See, they're dropping off. Connection's weak. Come on, come back to me. Come on. Earth to Facebook. DML to Facebook. Come back, Facebook. Come back. And we'll get better. I'm sure it will. Either that, or it could be because I'm talking about this and some people there in the old FB block don't want me talking about it. Yeah. Doesn't matter the fact that I hired a lot of Muslims in my day. Doesn't matter the fact that I've had people from the Middle East work for me. Doesn't matter. Nope. Doesn't matter. Because if you say anything bad, you're a bad guy. Oh, connection's better again. Okay. I am now walking back. I am going to be soaking wet by the time I get home. So your question goes, DML, why is it that we're not flagging this? Why, you know, this guy's a refugee. He comes from Somalia. Somalia is like, you know, the toilet bowl of the earth. Why is it that we're not tracking this guy? Let me tell you why. Let your friend DML tell you why. Because when refugees come over, we watch them for just like a little bit. And then we let them go. Hey, see you later. Enjoy America. They're off. They're off to the races. They're off to the races. Nobody's monitoring anything. Not unless there is a trigger. You know, like, well, this is what they tell you anyway. Like if he went and he visited Pakistan 16 times in 12 months, and then they may say, oh, you know, maybe we should interview this guy. Yeah, you remember they did that with the New York City guy who just tried to bomb everything, right? But they forgot about him. Oh, no, he's not that bad. Yeah, I know he went to the worst place of Pakistan. Yeah, I know he's got all this radical stuff on his Facebook page, but come on, he looks like a nice guy. You know, that's what it is. So we at least track these people. We don't track them. We don't track them. No. Meanwhile, boy, I'm going into this long. I'm going to have to skip one of my other sections. Too interesting of a topic not to. Meanwhile, one of the things you're going to learn from They Come to America 3, The Cost of Obama's Legacy, and oh, by the way, if you didn't order those films, by popular email demand, DML, please, I don't get paid till Friday. Can you please keep up the free DVDs? I want to give it to my sister in liberal land, Washington. Okay, fine. So it's still up there. If you want to buy the DVDs, $20, you get all 5. Then I give you another set of 5 for free because I love you, because you donated so much money to me. And that's what we're doing. So it's still up there. But you got to get it. Best movies ever made as far as I'm concerned, documentary way. So you'll see that yours truly goes to 22. You ready for this? There are 22 camps in the United States of America, Muslim enclaves, run by a group called Muslims of America. FBI says they're a dangerous group, but for some crazy reason, and that's because we are the United States of a crazy America. Yep, we have not denoted these people as terror groups. Nope, don't have them noted. So they're just operating. Yep, doing military-style drills in the woods. DML, come on. Would I lie to you? You want to see it on video? Huh, did it for you. It's on video. Courtesy of my friends over at the Clarion Project. And so, Yeah, and then I went there myself. Islamburg, upstate New York. You go there and you're like, who lives here? All right? You'll see it. I'll show it to you. I don't want to ruin the movie. If you haven't gotten the movie, DennisMichaelLynch.com. Sound a little salesy, but believe me, I'd rather just give it to you for free. So, I go up to Islamburg. I figured you see the clip on YouTube. So I did give it to you for free. What am I talking about? The email. Stop knocking yourself. So, yeah. So these enclaves from the Clarion Project, they're reporting today. Now, I'm not reporting this because I don't have it firsthand. I know Ryan Morrow over at the Clarion Project. Good guy, young guy, national security expert. He put out this report. So, you know, I'm reporting what he's reporting. You believe it for yourself. I have no way to confirm this other than just to tell you that Ryan has never led me down a bad path. What's up, Ryan, if you're watching? We have it on our website, DennisMichaelLynch.com. You can see it on the homepage. It's up there. The Clarion Project is stating that they have been given information that the nasty guy, the nasty terrorist who launched this whole thing, who, oh, by the way, is now hanging out over in the Middle East, has given word that the Muslims of America should start arming themselves, which I think they're already armed already, because when the FBI actually cracked down on a facility in Colorado, what did they find? They found guns, which is okay because, right, Second Amendment, but high-powered rifles, tons of ammunition, come on, Dennis, bombs, right? Blueprints for carrying out terror attacks in the U.S. But don't worry, there's nothing to see here. There's only 22 more of them. They all look the same. They're all hidden in the woods. They all go to places where there's little tiny police departments. Oh yeah, it's all there. You'll see it. So now the sheik or the sheikh or whatever his name, Galani, that's his name, Galani's telling them, hey, got to start getting ready for the Trump presidency. We're going to be under attack. Oh my goodness. Really? Really? And Facebook and Google and the world are saying, you know, we're fake news. You know, anything other than CNN's fake news, my goodness. You know, oh, nobody's reporting on it. Nobody says anything about it. Yeah, because there's nothing to see here. Nothing to see. Who's Galani, Dennis? Galani? Oh, no, he's a nice guy. You may remember a few years back. Remember that guy Daniel Pearl from the Wall Street Journal? Yeah, he was heading over to the Middle East. He's actually going to interview Galani. But guess what happened? Mr. Pearl's head was chopped off. D-Mail, don't talk about stuff like that. Don't put that on television. I'm not on television. I'm on my cell phone. Don't even put that out there. Come on. Yeah, sorry. Somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. Maybe it's because I lived 9/11. You know? Maybe I don't want to see anybody else die. Maybe I just can't understand why it is that we have people coming in from Somalia when we have no real vetting process. Oh, by the way, what's the vetting? We're calling up the government, be like, hey, President Somalia, what do you think here of Abdul Razak Altar? He's a very good man. Oh, really? Yeah. Send him over. We're in a shortage of refugees. Send him over. And if you got anybody else, send them too. Yeah, we're giving away free food stamps today. Yeah, I know. We have so many poor people in America. I know we have more children, American children, that are going hungry than ever before. And I know the tent cities across the country. Ooh, just remind me of something. I know the tent cities across the country are growing like wildfire. But come on, send them over. We got free EBT cards. We're giving away free housing. We're giving away money. Yeah, come on. Got a whole place in Minnesota. Yeah, and now we got some other places too. And while I try to rip out, let's see if I can balance. Oh my goodness, let me tell you something. I should have been in Star Wars. I would have been able to beat Darth Vader in the first go. This is how you hold your umbrella with a cell phone in the rain when you're trying to get something, a cheat sheet. I'll never let you down. Never let you down. Dennis MacGyver Michael Lynch. Never let you down. All right, I'm a little bit all over the place. Almost losing you here. Don't mind the nose hair. You got it too. Everybody has it. Everybody has nose hair, even the women. Some woman's going to send me an email later. DML, I love you, but please don't say women have nose hair. I don't have any nose hair. All right, maybe not all of you. So what? I want to read you the names. It's a little difficult. Thank God there's no cars on the road today. Where is everybody, by the way? Maybe they're hiding from me. Okay, here are the places where President Barack Hussein Obama and the State Department and all those lovely people like Loretta Lynch, you know, they're all trying to place people. Let me tell you where they're placing them. And if you don't take them, you're a racist. Okay, you ready? I'm sorry if I name you. This is almost like a death warrant. It's like a firing squad. If I name your name, stand up, say a prayer. Asheville, North Carolina. They're coming. Rutland. I just walked through water. Nah, can't walk on water. Just walk through water. Now I gotta walk home with wet feet. Oh my God, look at these puddles. Where are these puddles coming from? It's ruining my day now. My feet are gonna be cold. I have no socks as it is. Mrs. Lynch doesn't do socks anymore. I do my own socks. Maybe I'll come out barefoot tomorrow. All right, so what we got? We got Rutland, Vermont. Ready? Reno, Nevada. And I guess the good news is they're thinking, yeah, it's good for the economy. Because you know refugees come over and right away they go to the casinos, right? Yeah, sure. Okay, Ithaca, New York. As if that place isn't hurting enough. Let's just make it hurt a little more. We're going to send them to Missoula, Montana. I've never been to Missoula, but there's refugees there now. Okay, Aberdeen, South Dakota. Charleston, West Virginia. Because West Virginia's just doing fantastic. So many jobs there. Maybe we get them jobs in the mining. Coal mining, what do you think? There's an idea. We've got a shortage of coal miner workers. You do know that, right? Yeah, we don't have anybody working in these coal mines. I need some coal. Coal. Nobody's here. You'd be like, DML, why are all the people? I'll tell you why. Because these are the idiots I told you about. They only live here on the weekends. They get so much money. They live here on the weekends. I could yell down the block. Ready? I'll yell down the block. Nobody will come. Watch. Somalia! Nobody says a thing. Okay. Aberdeen. I think I just lost the presidency in this walk and talk. All right. Maybe I'll go to Somalia and be the president there. They could use some leadership. All right. How do I come up with this stuff? I have no idea. Mary's probably feeding me something in my Cheerios every day. Although I don't have Cheerios. I eat English muffins. It's got to be something. Charleston. All right. Fayetteville, Arkansas. Yep. Coming to you. Blacksburg, Virginia. Because you haven't gone radical enough. I mean, anybody who votes Tim Kaine, that guy's psycho, into the Senate, you obviously have yourself issues. Well, no, you can have more. Misery loves company. Father always used to say it. In between, a couple of F-bombs in between. But yeah. Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Ah, you know what? That's what you get for being a Boston Red Sox fan. You get refugees. All right, I'm struggling. I got to get to the other page here. Oh my God, if you could see this. I think you can see it. My God, I have more chins than a... Don't say it, Dennis, that's racist. Okay, fine. Northampton, Massachusetts. Yeah, Massachusetts. Oh, you guys are getting a 2-for-1 day. Yeah, there you go. Maybe they could play, because the New England Patriots definitely don't have enough fans. They need some refugees. Maybe we give them free tickets. There you go. Was it like a 20-year waiting list to watch Tom Brady play football? I think Tom Brady's going to be quarterbacking until he's about 67 years old at this pace. He's so freaking good. Handsome guy, too. Wish I was that handsome. But God, what a handsome guy. Handsome guy. Handsome guy. No, I'm not switching teams. I'm just telling you. Handsome guy. Flint, Michigan. You know where you can put him? Right next to Michael Moore's house. Yeah, let's see how lovely he is then. Welcome in, Michael. I can't do that. Can't do that, DML. Can only do movies that say we have to bring them over, but when they come over, I don't want them in Flint. Yeah, well, you know what? God bless the people in Flint. Tough time that you've gone through. Then again, that's what Obama does. That's what Democrats do. Although, the governor of Michigan, he's a Republican. He needs to have his ass kicked as far as I'm concerned. And I don't mean physically. All right, there you go. I'll be reported to the police. I mean, in the election, if you didn't already. Wilmington, Delaware. Watertown, New York. Oh, I think I live in Watertown today based on the rain. Youngstown, Ohio. Because Ohio needs more refugees. Just ask the good people of Columbus. And Storm Lake, Iowa. There you go. I bet you they'll be the first people voting in the primaries. Yeah, when I come to Iowa, this videotape will be played. There you go. And Niagara Falls, New York, because refugees love waterfalls. And so there you go. That's the list. Hope you're not on it. If you are, well, learn how to speak Somalian. And because if you don't, you're a racist. You need to conform to them. They're not conforming to you. Don't you understand? Fundamental transformation. If you don't get it, you need to wake the hell up. How are you? Good morning. She looks at me like I'm nuts. I am nuts. You know what? I'm nuts. Anybody who does what I'm doing right now is nuts. There you go. They're going to play that clip. CNN. It's going to be me getting electrocuted and me calling myself nuts. There you go. Oh boy. They'll never play the full tape. They'll edit it. They'll make me sound like a raving lunatic. That's all right. If Donald Trump could be on the bus with Billy Bush and say what he said and be president, I think I'll be okay. So, anything else about the refugees I got to tell you about? Yeah. It's a bad situation. Bad situation. Bad situation. Extreme vetting. Learn how to say that. That's what I want everybody to go get. License plates, personalized license plates. If you don't drive, I don't know, put it on your mailbox. Extreme vetting. Everybody should get a sign. I have bumper stickers. Maybe I'll sell them via Facebook. You think they'll let me give you the link? Probably not. Yeah, because Facebook is definitely shortening us. Each day I see the numbers go down here a little bit more. Each day, you know, Sally and Joe and Billy and Sizzy and all the other different names. DML can't get you on Facebook anymore. It's okay. Pretty soon we're going to be moving to YouTube. Oh, and did I tell you that our app is supposed to be, although I'm told anyway, if it's not, he's in trouble, our first iteration of the app. So this way I can be with you all the time. Yeah, that comes out on Friday. Going to be asking some of you if you want to test it with me. So be ready. Have your cell phones charged. All right. So I was going to talk about the Tennessee fires, but I don't have enough time. I spent so much time on the refugees. I'll just tell you this. It's bad news. And it wasn't in the news. And that's why these people are like, wait a second, how did this happen? How did these fires get around me so quickly? And we just put a video on my website. You got to go check it out. Because obviously, Facebook's not going to tell you it's there. You go to DennisMichaelLynch.com, you'll see it towards the top. These two men are in cars trying to escape the fires. I've never seen anything like it. It's almost like they were in a video game. That's how crazy it is. If you don't like cursing, hold your ears and just watch, because they curse. And you would too if you were stuck in a fire. But I've never met anybody say, shucks, it's hot in here. Yeah. So anyway, that's that. You should watch that. Now I want to go into the last leg here. I was just talking about tent cities to you, right? You guys are sending me some unbelievable emails. And Mary yesterday went to the post office and got this hat, got a couple other things. Thank you so much for the gifts. It was so lovely. My family's just like, my son came home, you know, he's 16 years old. He's starting to read he's reading the letters I'm getting. And he's like, Dad, it's like, all my friends' parents are watching you. Really? Better watch what I say. And he's like, yeah, no. He's like, you know, they love it, you know, because you're saying the things that they've been saying, want to say for a long time. It's okay. There's a little girl at my house, cutest little thing in the world. Oh, if I didn't have my daughter, this would be the second coming of my daughter. She's so beautiful. Her mom's named Jen. Hey, Jen. And little girl, I can't say her name. I don't do that. I gotta protect children. She is at my house yesterday. My son's talking about whatever, you know, we're talking about this different stuff. You know, talking about walk and talk. Because I just got off the phone with Liz. Liz is telling me, yeah, you know, me and my friends will talk about, you know, each episode. I'm like, episodes? You're calling these now episodes? I know they were episodes. I just thought I was walking around. It's an episode. She watched the episode. 7 days a week. Who gives you shows 7 days a week? Yours truly, DML. So, yeah, Liz wanted me to jump into leaves more often. Liz, how many times I've jumped in leaves when I was a little kid? Dog dew in my hand? Can't do it. One time. That's it. Can't do the same thing twice. It's got to be spontaneous. Nothing's ever planned. Nothing's ever scripted. So the little girl comes and she says, my mommy watches you. Wow. All right. So Mary went to the post office yesterday and we got like 105 letters and, you know, filled with donations. I was just like, wow, I mean, the people aren't stopping. They're not stopping. And she said, no, and I'm not even asking for it anymore. Not stopping. Had a lady today, DML, where's the link? Took it down. You can't take that down. I've been saving up to donate to you. I want to donate. What do I say to her? What do I say to her? It's all right, put the link back up. Put the link back up. You know, so anyway, I'm getting all these letters now. You guys are sending me not just checks, you're sending me letters. So what happens is Mary reads them first, because I'm so busy doing 19 different things, building a new media platform, which is going to be rock star happy. Oh my God, you're going to love it. So she's reading this and she's like, Dennis, you need to read every one of these. I said, I know, honey, give it to me tonight when you sit down, we pick our movie. I can't remember what movie we watched last night. What movie we watched last night? Oh, you know what we watched last night? Because we talked about it the other day, kind of, sort of, when we were doing the walk and talk. We watched A Few Good Men with, you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. Tom Cruise says, I want the truth. I love that. That was back when Tom Cruise was a normal guy, before he got a little wacky. Up, hold on. malfunction. Stick with me. Don't lose me. I had to change arms, man. And somebody said to me, I got so many things I gotta tell you right now. Somebody said to me the other day, DML, just get get a walking stick. You know, so this way your arm doesn't hurt. No. Side note story, I wasn't gonna tell you this one. Not today anyway. But, you know, I used to, back when I lived in Massapequa, you could look it up. Brian Kilmeade, Fox and Friends, was my neighbor. Went away together. Great guy. Best guy at Fox News, by the way. Just all around great guy. Great dad. Great friend. Great guy. Great American. Great writer. Great. He was my neighbor. Until I got started on Fox. And that's another day. Another story. But, what was I telling you now? Why was I telling you about Brian Kilmeade? I'm all over the place. DML, you're all over the place. Note to self. Why was I telling the story? Cannot remember. Oh, it was a good one. Oh, I had a boat. When I lived in Massapequa, I had a boat. And so, you know, all the guys from the neighborhood, you know, I made them feel young again. I was one of the youngest guys, so we were in our 30s. And you guys in Massapequa listening, you remember this. Bring a smile to your face. So we used to go out all the time at nighttime. Wives used to get really nervous. We'd go out on the boat, be hanging out till 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, having lots of fun. You know, there was the Jones Beach Theater. We'd go over, we'd listen to concerts, AC/DC, Back in Black. My favorite song, by the way. Somebody asked me that the other day. Back in Black from AC/DC. And it's the name of my boat, Back in Black. So, anyway, I used to always bottom out because the waters on the south shore of Long Island, they're horrible. So I always hit ground. And my buddies would be like, DML, we're getting you a depth finder, man. You need to have you need to have a GPS, because I always get lost. I'd be like, no, I don't want the GPS. I don't want the depth finder. I don't want that. And they say, why? I said, because it doesn't make it fun. It's robotic. I don't want that. I want to figure it out myself. I want to chart the waters myself. I'd be like, really? I said, yeah, you give me a GPS and I start doing the cookie crumb thing. It's going to be boring. They agreed. Same thing. I start getting a walking stick. Got to hold it with my arm until my arm gets tired. So anyway, so you're sending me all this stuff. So before I read a letter to you that I got, just want to point out somebody else who sent me an email this morning. I was just talking about tent cities, you know, tent cities. And so a woman, I can't tell you where she's from. I can just tell you that she is at a place where English is no longer the primary language. It is Spanish here in America. Yeah. And this woman is a professional. She's got a professional degree. Can't say what it is. Promised I wouldn't. I didn't promise I wouldn't. She just asked not to reveal. I said, all right, fine. Her name. So anyway, she's got a professional degree. She's living in a tent. What'd you say, DML? I said, she's living in a tent. She's living in a tent. She can't get a job. She's pretty much lost everything. Really? Yeah, really. She lost everything. And somehow, some way, you know, she sent me a donation, she said. I've received so many donations from you guys, I don't know the names. Which, by the way, at some point, I'm going to send you all a letter. It'll be a bulk letter. I'll send you all a letter saying thank you. When I get a chance, like 10 minutes. I really don't know when I get those 10 minutes. But anyway, so this woman's living in a tent. And she's like, I was never really into politics. Somebody sent me your videos before the election. I've been listening to you every single day since. And she's like, you make me feel as if maybe there's some hope. Of course there's hope. Of course there's hope. Woman living in a tent. My goodness. Let me tell you, if I was president of the United States, nobody living in tents. Nobody. Because I'd stop sending money around the world and I'd start sending money here at home. And I'd be using your hard tax money to help your fellow American. And when I had people not living in tents, then I'd turn around and go help people. But you know what? The fact that we're letting people living in tents and then that leads to drug use. You know, we talked about that yesterday with that poor girl who's doing well, by the way. You know, 9 months, no drugs. Gotta take care of our own, man. I am such a take care of your own first. It's unbelievable. That's why I like Donald J. Trump, president-elect. Proud I voted for him. Anyway, I think I've been saying this stuff longer than he is. Gotta take a little bit of the credit. But you've probably been saying it too. So we should all take the credit. We're one team. There's no I in team. You know that, right? T-E-A-M. So anyhow, so Mary's like, you gotta read this letter. I'm like, all right, read the letter. All right. So I'm gonna tell you a story. Story time. You got your cookies, got your milk? I see some of you dropped off already. Lost the crowd today. Yeah, sorry about that. I started with the phone upside down. Threw everything off. I don't know how I made that mistake. Maybe it's because it's raining. But, so anyhow, I'm saying so anyhow a lot. I think I might be getting sick. This is story time. Get your milk, get your cookies. Eat one for me. Well, maybe you shouldn't eat one for me. God, look at me, I look like hell. Mary and I, you know, we planned a vacation about 6 months ago. Going on vacation. I'm wearing my bathing suit. I'm gonna be like, ah! My kids will be like, Dad, please don't stand next to me. I'm like, okay, fine. So she says, you got to read this letter. I said, well, yeah, you know, there's breaking news right now. Because you've got to stop and read this letter. So I was like, holy cow. So let me tell you what this letter's about. So years ago, back when I was living in Massapequa, Brian Kilmeade lives there. The Baldwin brothers, they're from there. A bunch of people from Massapequa. Joey Buttafuoco, remember that clown? Yeah, talk about if it looks like a snake and walks like a snake, it's a snake. Joey Buttafuoco. So yeah, he's from Massapequa. A bunch of people from Jessica Hahn, remember her? Jessica Hahn, she's from Massapequa. And Dennis Michael Lynch. Also the guy from Stray Cats, remember that band? Brian Setzer, he's from Massapequa. A lot of people from Massapequa. And so anyway, there was a house for sale on the other side of town. And small little house, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, small little house. It was for sale. Old lady was selling it, wanted to just get rid of it. And I said, okay, I'll buy it. At that time, real estate was doing unbelievable. Remember that? I mean, you could buy a piece of property for 200 grand and 3 weeks later sell it for 500 grand. It was so insane. So I was like, who am I not to jump in? You know, so I went and I bought this lady's house. She was so excited. You know, she's like, I'm going down to wherever and whatever they were doing. I can't remember. But she was happy. I was happy. And we had to fix it up. You know, it was like an old house, you know. An older lady was there for a while. She really wasn't able to do anything with it. So I figured, you know what? We buy it, put about 20 grand into it, do it with my boys, do it with my sons. You know, I'm not going to hire anybody to do that stuff. I can do that stuff myself. I'm a little bit handy. Not very handy, but kind of handy. I mean, I can do molding. I do sheetrock, do stuff like that. Starts to get complex. Like if something has to be level, probably not your guy. So I started doing a cleanup on the whole thing, and I put it up for sale. So Mary and I figured, you know, we sat down. She's like, what do you think we can make? I said, I think we make at least 100 grand. That would be great. I mean, geez, 100 grand, 2 months. It's great. And that's if 2 months. That's if the closing takes that long. So anyway, I put this house up for sale. And would you know it, on like day one, this young couple, I think they were from Brooklyn. They come all the way out. Yeah, and the guy's got his Brooklyn, you know, he's got his, and I mean in a good way. Hey, yeah, man, how you doing? We're a little bit of traffic. And you think you can wait around for us? We want to see this house. We think we're going to love this house. I'm like, yeah, all right. You know, so I was like, Mary, somebody wants to see the house. I'm going to go over there. All right, so I'm there. I'm waiting for this couple. Cute little couple comes in. Small little woman. Guy, you know, guy's typical New Yorker. I don't know. I think at the time, my memory is bad when it comes to stuff like this. I think he did like boiler work or elevator repair work, or he was blue collar, hard working guy, you know. Barely making enough to buy the house, but just had enough, you know. Just got married to his bride, or they were just getting married or something like that. Cute little couple. They're looking for a house, want to start a family. We're looking for a little tiny starter house. There was no way they were going to afford it for the dollar amount I was going to sell it for and put money in my pocket. So I showed them around the house. I like these people. I just like them. You know, if I like you, I like you. If I like you, I wind up loving you. And so I go home. I tell Mary about these two. You know, when Mary and I got married, we bought a little house in Massapequa. And the same thing happened. It was a couple. They had 2 kids. They were growing out of this little 2-bedroom, 1-bath, little tiny kitchen house. Guy sold it to me. Could have sold it for so much more money. But immediately, he liked me and Mary and I. And so he sold it to us. And I mean, there were other people who would have paid so much more money. He's like, I just like you. So I like that guy. You know, that's the kind of cut I am. So he liked me. And so I went on, I said, you know, we got to pass this on, man. We got to pass this on to this guy and this gal. I just like them. They're starting off, hard worker. Screw the 100 grand, you know. So I covered my expenses. I put a couple bucks, I don't know. I might have made 10 grand if I'm lucky. 15 grand, who knows. If I put all the work I put into it and the time and the labor, I don't charge myself for my own labor. I come at like $4,000 an hour. Sure. Yeah, if you don't want your door to be hung right, $4,000 an hour, I'm your guy. So, anyhow, I go, and I tell this gentleman, all right, I'll sell you the house for this dollar amount. I don't remember what it was, pretty cheap. He couldn't believe it. He's like, oh my God, I love you. You're the greatest guy in the world. Let me get you a gift. Let me do something like that. I said, no, don't worry about it, man. I said, don't worry about it. You just raise a nice family, have a nice time here. Massapequa was a good place, school down the block, whole thing, you know. Cedar Street. Remember it like yesterday. So he was so thankful, you know. So I was like, all right. I remember one time, I think I got this right. Guy actually had my cell phone or whatever. Called up on the cell phone, left a message like years later. Hey, just want to let you know we're doing great and all this other different stuff. I was like, all right, cool. I didn't call back. You know, I'm a busy guy. But I thought it was just nice. It was nice that he remembered me, you know. So anyhow, I'm saying it a lot, man. Gotta cut it. See, it's like Donald J. Trump's tweets. You know, I can't stop saying so anyhow. You know, he can't stop tweeting. Maybe we could do it together. Although my so many hows doesn't really have the impact that his so many tweets have. So this guy sends us a letter. Now I have to get the letter out. We have to strategically do this. I think I'm going to use this person's mailbox as a way of getting the letter so I could read it to you. Check this out, right? Here's the mailbox. And the mailbox. Put the phone. Maybe if I put the phone like this. Let's see. All right. There we go. Let's see. All right. Oh, we got Arabic trolls here. That's okay. That's okay. We love all people. We love all people. They're gonna come get me. All right. What do we got? That's not. That's my list. Looking for the letter from my boy. Hold on. We'll get there. Car's driving by. Probably calling the cops. Trump deplorable with a Trump hat on in rich area, bent over and looking to a phone. I look like a criminal. That's okay. That's okay. Car. All right, so here I'm going to read this note to you. Here we go. Don't want to ruin the note. It says, DML and Mary. Relax, buddy. You don't want to pull over. Well, it's almost anniversary of you two helping us get into the great town of Massapequa. 11/30/2004. That's when we sold the house, I guess. We all closed on the house on, the tiny white ranch. From the first phone call between Dennis and I've always told people how fair the guy we bought from was. Lately, I've told everyone with pride, since the walk-in talks exploded, Lisa and I bought our home from DML and Mary. It's crazy. Well, anyhow, we put a second floor on. Nothing crazy. The original house, 814 square feet. We added approximately 650 square feet and filled it with 2 kids. He says their name, I can't say it, but they're 11 and 8.5 years old. I still can't believe we never bumped into you guys. It's because we're hiding. We're hiding. Don't you know that? America's Most Wanted. You didn't see us? So here's a small check from a blue-collar working guy to help make the media great again. Thanks for all you do and the sacrifices the kids make as a family as well. My kids don't make a whole lot of sacrifices, believe me. Especially my kid, that's another story. I know you, loaded up, and I'd love to have a short, loaded up. Gotta work on that handwriting. I know you're loaded up, but I'd love to have a short conversation, express my gratitude for the Lynch's help in, and he says his last name, being able to buy our home and start what is an awesome life. Billy gave me his phone number. And he said, P.S. Please don't read this on the air. That's not what we were looking for. Humbly yours. Listen, of my strong suits, listening isn't one of them. Yeah. Hold on, let me get this. Thank you very much for your the use of your mailbox. Nice mailbox too. Check it out. Oh, where is it? Nice mailbox. Probably cost like $5,000. Yep. So anyway, thanks for the mailbox. Thank you. Should probably put a thank you note in the mailbox. Be like, who's that? Maybe I put the Trump hat in the mailbox. Oh, pretty sure there was a Hillary sign here. They probably wouldn't appreciate it. So anyway, letters like those, they touch me in the heart. I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for his check, but I'm loving the fact that I made a part of his life better than it was before he met me. That's what it's all about, folks. You got to pass it on. You got to pass it on. So maybe what he'll do with that new, bigger house that he put the dormer on is that when he's ready to upgrade and move to a bigger house, he'll sell his house to somebody who might be struggling a little bit. And that's how the circle of life continues. See? That's how it happens. if we would all do a little bit nicer things to each other, we'll all be a little bit nicer to each other. Even the people who might be sending me mean stuff right now in Arabic. Yeah, okay. You know, let me, for our Arabic trolls, let me remind you of something, Mr. Arabic troll. You know, on 9/11, when I watched my fellow Americans die, I'm pretty sure I saw some, you know, Middle Eastern descent looking people jumping out of those buildings too, you know? And I felt just as bad for them as I did the whites and the blacks and the Latinos. Yeah. And the Chinese and the Japanese and the Taiwanese. A lot of E's, you know? You gotta get with it. If you don't like how this whole thing is panning out here with this Islamic terror, and you want to say, wait, Muslims, you know, we're good people, maybe we believe in a different God or whatever it may be, you know, we don't believe in this stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, start stepping up a little bit louder, okay? Start making some more noise. You know, start making more noise. Instead of slamming Americans as being anti-something, why don't you start stepping up? Why don't you start stepping up and putting more of the money that you're collecting from around the world? Why don't you start putting it up and trying to help us out? So this way, you know, you don't have to feel like all Muslims are guilty by association. That's nuts. You know, go ask your fellow Latino. Yeah, go ask your fellow Latino who voted for Trump. Ask them, you know, ask them what it's like to be guilty by association. But you know what? They stand up. You know how many videos are on DennisMichaelLynch.com of a Latino man or woman or kid stand up saying, hey, I'm Latino, but before I'm Latino, I'm American. You know, and I don't want people coming into this country illegally, whether they're Latino or Irish or Italian or what have you. You know? And let me tell you something. If I were the President of the United States, is the rain going away? Not really. But I don't have to have this thing over my head anymore. I'm feeling good. Yeah. Car needs help. Well, not help. Engine work. I don't do engine work. All right. And I don't pay for it either if it ain't mine. Which, by the way, I still don't have my car back because, as Mary says, a deer hit her. I said, you sure you didn't hit the deer? No, the deer hit me. All right. I still don't have my car. She has a car. But me, I got to walk everywhere, which is okay. You probably ask yourself, DML, you walk so much. Why are you so heavy? I don't know, because Mary made meatloaf last night and I ate like 7 slices of it because it tasted better than anything I've ever tasted since this morning when she made me an English muffin with butter. Like, DML, don't eat the butter. Butter kills. Butter kills more than anything else. Butter and sugar. I know. Gotta go back to the egg whites. I'm gonna start doing the egg whites thing. I think I started the conversation off by telling you, you know, we're gonna start eating right. I'm gonna start eating right today. Gotta lose a lot of weight for my vacation in January. Vacation. Let me tell you, this is a vacation. You ready for the vacation? Oldest son, oldest daughter, like this, getting sun with my wife screaming, put on more sunscreen. Then you'll have my middle son being like, this sucks. This sucks. We gotta do something. There's nothing to do here. Get that one all the time. Then you'll have my little one saying to me, Daddy, are you almost done? And I'd be like, yes, sweetheart. One more article. One more this, one more that, one more this, one more that. And then basically it'd be Mary sitting there and saying, come on, sweetheart, we'll go in the pool. So they'll swim in the pool. I'll be on my laptop. They'll be getting sun. My other son will be sitting there with his earphones on, complaining about it all. And then at some point I'll be like, what am I doing? I'll say, come on, let's go. And then we'll have tons of fun. I'm a fun dad. Do crazy stuff. Nothing that anybody's gonna get hurt on. Gotta put the umbrella back. That was short-lived. Short-lived. Almost like a Hershey Kiss, you know what I mean? You have a Hershey Kiss, you're like, oh my God, that was delicious, but this is my last one. No more Hershey Kisses. I walked really long today. My connection is weak. Now here's the crazy thing. How's my connection weak? How could that be? I'm on the same block I'm on all the time when the connection's strong. Somebody on Facebook doesn't like Hershey Kisses, I guess. Yep, people are dying off. See you later. All right, so I'm gonna walk the rest of the way in the rain because Mary's not home to get me. She had to go out. We had a little business to do. So I am going to walk the rest of the way in the rain.